What really matters in life? You need what really matters in order to survive this. And today's a great day to have this conversation, connecting with someone that has been part of the journey and seeing this. You know, when I say seeing this, God let you see what others couldn't see, and that's why you're still here. What is really important in life? What really matters? This whole journey, this battle, was a spiritual battle. I know people that are tuned into this talk today, you know that this was a spiritual battle. And this was all about your soul. Today, I'm going to be discussing a lot of what we've witnessed. Anyone that's hearing this, if you don't want to be lost in the upcoming events, you're really going to want to listen to this very powerful talk in its entirety. I've seen many people that have lost themselves over the past few years, many people that have fallen. And to really reflect and go full circle today, people were put into a state of perpetual fear in the past few years, and reconnecting with someone that has also seen this. Friends that we've had that are no longer taking this journey, friends that we've had that are completely lost. If you did not have a strong connection to God in the last few years, if you do not have a strong connection with your soul, people were left in the dust. And this talk today, it's a very powerful talk. It's going to keep you prepared for what's coming. Let you understand what so many people have gone through, how people were led astray. And it's really amazing to sit back and see this and, where we are in the now moment. So it's going to be a very, very powerful chat today. So many new people. I'm so grateful for everyone that's been coming on. And grateful if you could click the like button in the now moment. It allows others to get this very powerful podcast at any time. I have a good friend of mine visiting, and, really in our conversation, reflecting back, going back to 2020. A lot of people remember 2020. 2020 was the year of clear vision. And going into that moment, going into lockdown, this didn't affect us. We were already hiking, being healthy, not partaking in a lot of the matrix activities of the world. And, I remember I was telling him we had to go to a friend's wedding right before everything locked down. And I just recall, we were walking, and I had this flash, we were warriors, in an army, and subconsciously we knew that we were going into war for our soul. A lot of people resonated with that video that I put up, the war for your soul. And a lot of people got lost in 2020, but God allowed you to see what others can't. You might be a person that's tuned into this message today and you say, yeah, God allowed me to see what others can't. The poet who knows it, 1111, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much for your guidance. Archangel Michael, I love you. I love you, the poet. Very grateful. People were overcome with fear, perpetual fear. When you look at, what was shown to the world, we were sitting at dinner last night and just talking and say, you know what, people viewed that lockdown experience. We went back in time. And this is the moment that we're in right now. A lot of people don't understand the importance of this pivotal moment. We went back in time and said, people had one view of that time, and then we saw the higher vantage point of that time. We're going back and realizing what was happening and what was distributed to the people afterwards. And it was all about fear. And one of the things, my good friend is a lieutenant, and he's sharing to me what crime is all about. Now it's a little bit different than it was back in the day. And one of the ways that people are taken advantage of for their money is like these scams for phone calls, and you get these emails, and you might go through this. So when you're put in fear, right, that rational mind goes away. And that's how a lot of our brothers and sisters have been taken advantage of. Maybe you receive some of these phone calls or get these emails, and they trick you into giving your money away. And that's one of the things that he was sharing. It's actually like, this is the world we live in now. So that's one of the things that people are dealing with that you didn't deal with in the past. But the overlying concept of this is that if you're put into fear, or loving people, like he said, your son is in trouble, they'll say, or your loved one is in trouble because they have it's a scam set up, and people are very quick to give them the money for the scam, because people with souls, people that are empaths, you care about your brothers and sisters, and certain things like this, it's done to take advantage of you. And this happens when you are in perpetual fear. When you're in that fear, the blood goes to a different part of your brain. In my very powerful video, I talked about NPC consciousness, right? And you become a non-playable character when your reticular activating system, right, in your brain is loaded with the fear, and you're not thinking towards where you want to go positively, and people could take advantage of you. So people, systems, right, they could take advantage of you when you're in fear. You could also be taken advantage of if you're rooted in the ego. Now, being rooted in the ego is not always a negative thing. A lot of people refer to it as the narcissist, okay? And that is also very truthful. But the ego, we have an ego for a design. And the design of the ego is to keep you safe in this world. So when you go out into the world and your ego is trying to protect you from danger, and then if you are a person that loves your family, you might go out into the world and that ego, right, it's saying danger. We got to keep ourselves safe. So, really reflecting back to where, the world, was in the past, and how many people didn't make it. We still and always had that mindset. So I tell people in life, you have to have the mindset. You have the mindset of constant growth, constant improvement, and doing things no matter what. We've had this conversation in the past. When lockdown happened, some guys that we knew, they never went back to the gym. They were finished. It was a mental thing. When I teach about health and wellness on this channel, if you want to become healthy again this year, you could click subscribe. We're going to get you healthy again. It comes from a different place, is something that I share. All right. You have to, this has to be your standard. So for him and I, this is our standard. And as warriors going through this time, there were certain things that we did. I remember we took the hiking very seriously. We found ways to work out. not stopping. Just keep going. Everyone's going to write it down. Just keep going. This was the spiritual battle, because people that we knew our whole lives, they just shut down. They folded. A lot of men folded. And it was not easy to go through these things, but that's why you have to train your mind. You have to know. You have to know what's important. You have to learn. I teach about consciousness. You have to know the scale of consciousness. You got to stay out of fear, guilt, and shame real fast. And people were overcome by this. People were disconnected from their soul. And a lot of people saw that, especially with the celebrities feasting for attention, right? And a lot of people struggle if they're not getting attention on social media. And what is truthfully important in life. And for him and I to go through that lockdown, and it was a peaceful time, finally a time, and we had gatherings with, friends and hanging out and not like, rushing into the traffic. It was very dense in New York. I know a lot of people are from New York, and it was just a quieter time. And even like, he had shared the crime was down. Because the world slowed down. Sometimes you're going to have to slow down. If you're hearing the message today, some people, they're just running off of these programs. You have to do this. What do you actually have to do? What really matters? And if you're tapped into your soul, if you lost your soul, you lost the war. If you lost your soul, you lost the game. This is the game of life. And without the connection to your soul is finished. Okay, you can hit the like button for that, because that is the answer. BJ Prickett, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, and grateful for your heartfelt messages and guidance. Love you, Michael. Look forward every day to being here. I appreciate you, BJ. Very grateful. Thank you. So really, reflecting on everything, there are people that are lost. They're stuck in the same loop. So I teach about truthful, authentic manifestation. Do you want to manifest? It's not just a unicorn and rainbow. But a lot of life, to manifest a new life, got to listen carefully, is breaking the loop. So there's people that are tuning and say, oh, I know you noticed, right? You could see the loop. And there's certain things that you physically have to do to break the loop, break the cycle. That's why God allowed this season. Some people call it Satan's little season. Do you know it? That's why it got real intense. But you, the person that's getting this was your opportunity to rise. This was your opportunity to rise. So I could see people that have risen in a post-2020 world, and there's people that are totally lost. Some people are still doing the same loop since 2020. And if you are bowing down to a system or a relationship, people that don't serve your greatest purpose, it's very easy to lose yourself. I remember, I had friends that were in my gym, and I never saw them again. I never saw them again. And this is where like it shows the truth of what's in a man, of what's in a woman. There's a lot of weak simps in the world, and there's a lot of the worthless modern woman in the world. If you're on this message is for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Who are you? Let us know. Are you a warrior? This was not a joke the past few years, and you had to rise to the occasion. Are you a warrior? Are you the divine feminine? Are you the divine masculine? We broke free of the matrix, Caroline. How many people broke free of the matrix? We're out of the matrix, baby. And some people are still there. Training, your lifestyle, your health, who you are. It's the embodiment. I keep sharing this word, embodiment. So we have a buddy, and years ago, he would go join this running club, right? Because in his mind, and he ran and stuff, but he wanted to get a girl that was also athletic. So he joined the running club, and the program was set because he wants to, have a girl that's athletic or whatever. Go forward in the future, he's in a terrible relationship. He's not doing the running anymore because it wasn't about the running. It was about something else. If you're going to be healthy and wealthy, you got to listen to the message. You do things from embodiment. I see a lot of these beta males. They could get so big in the gym. My buddy and I, we're still going. We're still the same. We outperform 20-year-olds. Hit the like button. This is how you have to live. The fake people have fallen, and the warriors have risen. It is always about embodiment. It's a very powerful video today. Two worlds in a post-2020. We're sitting at the table, and there's people, they'll think you're nuts what you're talking about, but you saw God. You have the full armor of God. You have the seal in the forehead, and you saw things, and people believed the media. People believed the TV, but they didn't believe the Sacred Heart. They didn't believe in God. This is what it was always about. This is what it was always about, right? What really matters to survive this? Now, we're gonna see more stuff. If you're already here, you've already won the battle for your soul. So what's an example of this? So we were having a conversation, right? If you say you went through a relationship with the female covert narcissist, right? You know all the ins and outs. When I go out into the world, I know exactly. I never have to worry. Right? I never have to worry about, is this girl going to be this? I know exactly. You can never be touched by it again. He can never be touched by it again. When you've done the battles, when you've gone through the upgrades, right? This is what we had to constantly be refined. None of these things can touch you anymore. If you're the divine feminine, you got the weasel man, right? The weasel man, right? The manipulative boy, the beta boy, right? You can't fall for it, girl, anymore. Do you understand? This is what we had to go through. We were trained in the fire. What really matters in life to survive this is that you have your soul, and you never sold your soul for the money, for the system, or for the weak, worthless relationship, and you just keep going. You are the embodiment of truth. That's why you're still here on this message. Anyone that gets triggered turns off. I'm not here for weak people like that. This is a channel of warriors. That's what we are. That's what we are. Fit Brit writes bingo. A lot of people didn't have the things on their bingo card that we were living through. It's wild what we've been living through, right? Everything's a program, the ego, and people will totally lose themselves, and they can't regain that. Literally can't regain it. If I'm speaking this way, if you're getting triggered, I want you to do better. It's here to motivate you. That's what it is. It's bingo, Robert. We're here to be motivated and inspired. Because I know, he knows, it is so easy to get trapped in or get led astray. This is a very pivotal year, and we see it. There's the fake content creators that are leading people astray. They have overwhelming views. Look at all those fake views, but they're pumping fear. If you're sick and tired of that, hit the like button. If you're sick and tired of that, share the video. When you sit back with discernment, you have to know this. You have the capability of going on one timeline or the other. We could sit and have a conversation, and we could sit here and we see the people that bought into they're literally living a different life in a different world. They could be sitting on the table next to you, and they're in a totally different reality that is a program of the fear. One of the things that you have to know, right? So we are the collective in your brain. You're picking up from the collective thoughts. Sometimes thoughts pop into your head and they're fearful thoughts. They're all the gloom and doom thoughts. But a lot of it is from other people. That's why I keep telling you, if you go straight to the heart, and if you don't know how to do this, you click subscribe. I teach you how to do these things on this channel. If you are making decisions from the heart space, sometimes these thoughts that pop up, there's actually in the ether. I know some people think that's still like silly stuff, but it's a real thing. If you know about this, if you would like to leave a comment, you could leave a comment as we're assisting our brothers and sisters. This is the most pivotal year in the history of humanity. I'm going to show up every day. I'm going to make sure you're ready to go. That's all. And here we are. Just like, him and I, we keep ourselves accountable. We're here to keep each other accountable. You love the truth bombs today, Soul Star? We are the Soul Stars. And you see it. And again, we talked about this the other day. You could watch some people, you watch a train wreck in slow motion. They'll never hear you. It's always you. So what we're doing here is called Ascension. We're ascending to a higher version of ourself, and the only person that can do it is you. Period. The end. There's no guru that you could pay. There's no magical potion. There's no retreat that you could go on. You could do all these things, but at the end of the day, it's you. It's always you. It's your content of character. It's the embodiment. It's the frequency that you broadcast on a consistent basis. And a big part of this is when that head hits the pillow at night. I fell asleep nice and easy last night. If you're hearing me for one of the first times, I appreciate all the beautiful comments and new people that are writing. When your head hits the pillow at night, if you're sleeping peacefully, that's the answer, because that's the place that you could create from. This is never going to go away. This is a teaching that's never going to go away. So the inner work, some people call it the shadow work, it's got to be done. Because if that head hits the pillow at night, in that window of time, that's where you're recreating and remanifesting the next day all the time, all the time. I'm grateful for you, Rachel. Grateful for everyone coming in. Literally two worlds. Two worlds. We have, and everyone made their own decision. Everyone made their choice. It was one of the most powerful videos. I did it in the previous 6 months. You could check it out. And people made a choice. You made a choice for it's called unconditional love, not transactional love. Get it through your head, modern woman. What a bunch of garbage in this world. What a bunch of garbage. People made a decision, unconditional love or fear. And a lot of people again, it's just fear. You're just scared. So you destroy your life. People destroy others' lives, destroy opportunity. It's from fear. It's a disgusting F word. You got to watch out. You got to watch out for that disgusting F word. It's just fear. It's just fear. But when you go to unconditional love, not transactional love, you get to that's what this era came to. And that's why people lost their souls. You lose your soul. You lose the connection to your soul. You're rooted in the ego. You're lost. You lost the war. You lost the game. You lost the game. It's true. Love is here. What's up? Love is here. You could put the hearts in the chat. It's a powerful lesson today, but again, we have to be strong. Doesn't mean that we're not the embodiment of love. When you're the embodiment of love, you got to be tough. Got to be tough. And you, the person that's getting this, we're all connected. I've shared this many times. You could sit in the house, you could be out on the beach alone, hardly anyone there, and you feel the collective humanity. You feel it. It's so intense. And again, that's not your fear. That's not your negative thoughts, but you're picking up on it. That's why it is consistency. That's what we do for our everyday lives on this channel. You're going to be healthy, wealthy, and wise here. You have to have the 4 strongest pillars. You got to have the strong pillars. Watch yesterday's lesson. So important. A lot of people resonated with yesterday's video. Those are your 4 pillars. We're moving forward on this channel. We have our 4 pillars. Health, wealth, purpose, relationship, period. Strong. 4 pillars. Let's go. That's what we do here. And when those 4 pillars, any one of them could then leach into another one. Health is your true wealth all the time, which includes your mental health. And guess what, kid? Your spiritual health. And some people are spiritually lost. Did you see it? Do you see it? Earth Alliance 1111 writes, this is great. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you. Is this a great talk today? This is the information the world needs. We're only here because we did this. Our friends, done. These weak girls, done. They're done. Do you get it through your head? Anyone want to write? Write about it. Wake people up. It's your soul, kid. It's about soul. That's what matters. It's not the ego. You chase after, listen. You chase after the money, you lose yourself. You chase after that narcissistic girl, you lose yourself. These are men. These are warriors. And some people, I exposed a lot of people because they didn't like the video, but it was the truth. You sell your body on OnlyFans, you lost your soul, girl. You lost. I don't care. It doesn't matter. None of us care. You go, look, this 20-year-old made all this money. No one cares at the end of the day. That's not what this is about. This is about the legacy you write in the Akashic records. You're garbage. Hit the like button. Get up and be a warrior today. Everyone share this video today. Don't be afraid. Don't sit on your hands. You got to get up. Because in this year, this is year 1. You better start your journey up on the right foot. This is the truth, right? Again, it's your free will. I'm not going to tell you what. You do what you got to do. Everyone's going to do it. Some people will never hear you. And again, it's your free. That's actually the most important thing. People say, why are all these things are allowed? And the answer is because free will, and everyone must make their choice, because you're here to experience life. And then down the road, that's why I'm able to give you the NPC program for all people of society. We could sit back and it's the same loop, and it's going to repeat, and it's going to happen at an over 80% click. It's Pareto's principle. It's the law of 80-20. A lot of people resonated with my talk recently on relationships. That's why every single one of your relationships is an abomination, girl. Click subscribe. Do better. We're leading our divine feminine here. We're leading our divine feminine here. Oh, that was a good one. A lot of powerful energy. You can't lose yourself to any one of these things. It's all garbage at the end of the day. It's truthful. All the money, and again, people had many powerful spiritual awakenings. They left these jobs. It was garbage. Didn't matter how much money they were making. Their soul said, no more to this. Got to be empowered today. Got to rise up today. And everything you're seeing is the embodiment of all these things in the world. Transactional love. Transactional love is not unconditional love. It's not. And you got to start with the love for yourself. I see all that. We see it. We see these guys, right? They always fail. We're still the same and they fade. They do this to manipulate women. Oh, I'm going to take all this stuff. It's nothing. Like our friend. Oh, they're only there for something else. They're not there for the health. They're not there to be the best version. Be the best version. If you're a woman, that's why I teach you how to get your spiritual senses up. If you're not in tune with who your divine masculine is, you lost. You lost it all. And we see this over the years. And that poet that know that people use one another. What you got for me? What you got for me? And that's why this was clown world. And it's just all of these things go to perpetual fear. If you are in a state of perpetual fear, you can't move forward and grow your life to survive this, because this is where we are. People have been lost. They're either no longer taking the journey, or they're just lost on their journey. And they absolutely cannot get out of that loop. That's what I teach on the channel. Are you in the loop? Are you in the loop? They can't get out of it. I have such an enriched life, but I'm here to tell you, whether it's manifestation, whatever, empowerment, I had to push through the fear. He had to push through the fear. And now we're still here, and we still go, and we see people, and they'll show up and whatever, and they disappear in a year or two. They're finished. Finish him. Mortal Kombat's coming back. Did you see it? Finish him. That's what it is. We're only here today because we are connected to our soul. Turple Nurple writes fatality. Oh, I appreciate you, Turple. Thank you. Got a lot of jokes here for those that are new. I like to keep it light and funny, and also keep it motivational. Because we have to be, there's no way, and again, loving men had to tap into this. Otherwise you would have lost everything. We know friends that have lost everything. Any one of those 4 pillars, your health goes down, you lose everything. You made the wrong decision with a relationship, you lost everything. You have to be focused on your heart, where you're headed, not going to the liar. Who's the liar? Fear is the liar. You can write it down. Fear is the liar. Who's the liar? It's fear. It's false evidence appearing real. Fear is the liar. It's not that I never felt fear. It's not that he never felt fear. Some of my brothers that I talk to in the gym here, it's not like we didn't feel fear, brothers. But our content of character, the embodiment of the warrior, we push through it over these past years. That fear is the wall. And some people come up to that wall and they can't push through that wall. They can't do it. And it's hard to watch when you're awake and aware, when God allows you to see what others can't, you literally, and I hope people will comment about this, because I'm an empath and, I'm strong and doing all that. It's so sad. It is so sad to watch people absolutely destroy their own lives. Do you see this? Would you like to comment about it? It's so sad. And it's called self-sabotage. And they can't break it because people don't love that. You have to start with loving yourself first. Because when you run away from true love and you do that other stuff, it's just fear. Oh, let me go on Instagram. Let me go on that other thing. All this stuff. It's just fear. Bliss Ablaze, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. Yeah, and a lot of people see past the fake smile. I'd rather have an authentic person above all. Energies are high. Think big changes are happening. So if you have a strong sense of self-worth, if you are having a personal relationship with God, these are the things that actually matter to survive this, because no amount of money, right? No amount of coddling, none of these things can none of this is stopping. It's just going to keep going. You must continue, because the world is not, this is not stopping. Do you get it? What's up, wins 888? We are winning today, 888. Everyone's hitting 888. Hit the like button if you just joined in. What really matters? These are the things that matter. And I've shared this. There's people you have in your life, and these are the people that will leave if you don't prune them. God will prune them for you. It doesn't matter how many months separate. It's like riding a bike, right? We talked about this. I actually do Facebook Lives as well. Hit me up on Facebook. Link is down below. It's just like riding a bike. Authentic friends. Authentic friends. Not BS. Authentic friends. And wow, can you imagine if you actually have an authentic woman in your life? Not this garbage. Wow, what can you build, brother? What can you build, brother, with a real woman in your life? But this is where we are. So what you needed to do, we can't lose ourselves. It's constant on the inside, and we move forward. The money's not there, move forward. Stay away from dirtbags. Watch out. What? Not today. Not today. Move forward. How many boys I seen falling, chasing after worthless women, chasing after the money. You lost yourself. It doesn't matter. This cannot be taken away. Ascension can never be taken away from you. Click subscribe today. Take the journey. Ascension can never be taken away from you, because once you've changed your frequency, once you've ascended, none of these things can touch you anymore. You've ascended past it. You've ascended past it. So those Jezebel spirits can't ever come near you. Losing yourself, you don't care about that. We try to get this through our head, though. We are always bringing in the money, but we don't chase after, oh, I got to have the Lamborghini. I mean, if it comes, it comes. That's cool. But it doesn't define you. It doesn't define you. This is the message that you need right now. Because when we go into year one, we are walking right into year one. We're not pouring into old wineskins, brothers. We're not pouring into old wineskins, divine feminines. Get up. We literally watched people. It's so sad. And they just, in their ego, they just won't listen. The rapture. They can't hear you anymore. Is one of my early powerful videos. It lasts the test of time. You're sitting there right now and you say, wow, this guy nailed it right on the head. The rapture. They can't hear you anymore. It did it. They could be your friends or whatever, or whoever it was. They can't hear. It doesn't matter. They never heard you. They're now in a totally different world. And when you go out and you see like the depictions of the two earths, it doesn't mean there's going to be another earth that shows up in the sky. You could be in a restaurant, you could be in the gym, you could be at the workplace, and there's groups of people that are literally living in a different reality, because we don't live in a world. We live within a band of frequencies that is connected to our internal core frequency, which is the heart chakra, which is emitting an electromagnetic field that's 5,000 times greater than the brain. To go back to the beginning of the lesson, you go with the heart and not the brain. If you go with the brain, you lost the war. If you go with the brain, you lost the game. And if you are the embodiment of the Sacred Heart, I am the game. Now I am the game. The matrix moves for you. Get this through your head. Know this today. When you are preemptive, when you do things, when you stay ready so you don't have to get ready, go to the frequency, because it can't be stopped. All the changes we're going through, it can't be stopped. We're not going backwards. One of the things that I've been teaching the community, you can't keep yourself small to keep narcissistic people comfortable. When you grow, when you're expanding, people get triggered by you. Do you know this? Do you think your high commander cares? I need to move forward every single day. And if I have to leave people in the dust, it is your everyday life. You don't have to come with me, but I will keep going every single day. I will never stop. Everyone watched my journey over the past over 7 years. I never stopped. Nothing defined me. Nothing could stop me. That's how you have to live your everyday life. Know the importance of this moment. I told you this week is here. It's here, baby. You do not turn around. You move forward, and yet I remain. And yet I remain. And do I want to go through everything again? No, I don't. Did I struggle? Yes, I did. It was I don't want to go through these things, but this is where you have to rise to the occasion. Where others fell, got to rise up. Everything is free will. If people go for the Kool-Aid, if people go for the clowns, the circus clowns, hey, look, bring out the clowns here, then let them go. Let them go. I'm only concerned, and you could only be concerned here. And this is what really matters here. Go outside yourself, lost yourself. Chase after the money, lost yourself. Chase after the modern woman, lost yourself. These are the things, right? And know what's going on social media, the modern world. Know everything. Know them strongly. Do they fit in a car, a poet? They come all out of the car, like 7 of them come out of the little car. How do they pack them all in that car? So it's really, today is actually a day of accomplishment. Today is a day of self-reflection, and, it's really to go through this, to see this all play out, see the truth of this playing out in a post-2020 world. It's already done energetically. I've shared this before. Whatever happens in the upcoming days, remember, it's always your frequency. So there are going to be people. There is so much change that's about to happen in this world. People that view this change in a positive sense. And if people are rooted going backwards, they will struggle. So you're going to want to click subscribe if you're on you're kind of waking up, take the journey, get ready, because this ain't going back. Oh, I remember how the world ain't going back. Because all these things that God showed me, put me through, is a blessing. It's refinement. We had to be refined. Yeah, is it Lady Slipper, right? You don't worship the money. It's a tool. It's energy. It's energy. I think it's time to go home, Janine. Imagine if you live in a world with unconditional love. When I teach people, you got to go to the energy theme. If you're focused on unconditional love, not a relationship, unconditional love, not a job, a vocation. The key word is unconditional love. I hope everyone's writing unconditional love. I appreciate if you smash the like button for unconditional love. It's called unconditional love, not transactional love. Not transactional love. And that's in the workplace too. I've seen, when there's love in the workplace, not like people that I've seen, you work there so many years and they lay you off. They just toss you in the trash. You sacrificed for your family, all the things for the job. You're done. Is that nice? Is that unconditional love? In life, the more that we come together, because that's the separate. When people are separate according to label, belief systems, it's a terrible thing to see. It's terrible. But only you can break out of the loop. And the only way to break out of the loop is to realize who you truthfully are. Who are you when the lights go out? Who are you when you close your eyes? It's coming. Ready? I appreciate you all. If today's message resonates with you, hit like, hit subscribe. We do this daily, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Many people really resonated with yesterday's video. That video will pop up and at the pinned comment. Really listen to that full video. We are up and running now. We're taking ownership of our life. We're staying away from negativity. We're staying away from anyone that's going to prevent us from moving forward in our ascension process. The real people, they're with you. The real people, they're with you. And whoever fades off your timeline, they weren't for you. They weren't for you. If it was a true friend, they'd be with you now. If it was a true divine feminine, she would have came back to you now. You got to leave people in the dust. Don't get lost and don't lose your soul. And I hope everyone resonated with today's message, warriors. Holly Ray Crystal Shop 888. Thank you so much for the super chat. Love and light, our everyday live warriors. Energies are extremely high today. I feel them. Rise above. Stay in the love vibration. Love you, Michael. You keep us grounded. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. I love you. So I hope everyone is motivated by this message today. I hope that it strengthens our connection to our soul. Never lose your soul. Never lose your soul, ladies and gentlemen. It's the most precious resource in the universe, and all of the community support sharing this and getting the powerful embodiment messages out to the people. I'm grateful for that. Appreciate all of you that do that, sharing and liking and everything else. And hit me up on Facebook. We got more content coming out on Facebook. Check out the channel page. Check out the videos, the live streams, the shorts. We got them all here waiting for you. Let's become the greatest version of ourselves. And in a post-2020 world, we have risen to the greatest version of ourselves. Now find the others. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I love you guys very much. Bye for now.